Alrighty, we're rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Liam's Lessons. I'm your host, Liam. Today, we're going to be talking about at the highest level. Now, what does the highest level mean to you guys? It can mean a variety of different things. It can mean maybe you want to perform at the highest level in your financial life, maybe in your personal life, physically. Maybe you want to get in the best shape of your life possible. At the highest level can mean a variety of different things to many people. But first, before you get to the highest level of whatever area or arena it is that you want to be in, you need to envision what that is like. So personally, for me, I want to get to the highest level possible in my financial life. So it's very important for me to envision what financially, financially, what does that look like for me? So for me, that would look like complete freedom. That would be complete and utter financial independence. So for me, it's very key to envision what financial independence looks like for me. Um, and when I come to that conclusion, many of my decisions are made around financial independence are made because of money. We live in a world today where money isn't the most important thing in the world, but it's the only thing that I believe many people like to talk about or like to discuss about. You have many people that talk about how to make more money. How can we start this side hustle? How can we make some more money at our day job? How can we make some more money in our business? Um, and that's when I came to the conclusion, that many of my decisions personally came down to money. Um, if you wanted to become the most financially independent person you knew, um, what would that look like for you? If you were working at a 9 to 5 or at your own day job, and they stopped paying you for whatever reason, would you keep going to that day job? Personally for me, I wouldn't. The only reason why I lived the 9 to 5 lifestyle was because they were paying me. I came back every day to work because they were paying me. And that's usually the only reason why anyone's in a 9 to 5. Whenever you talk to someone about starting their own business, um, some people like to talk about how that's risky or they don't know how much money they could make in that. And that's how people get stuck and trapped in that 9 to 5 lifestyle. They don't decide to make that decision to move or to get out of that trap because they believe that potentially starting their own business or starting a side hustle or whatever it may be to help them make more money is too risky. Um, that's simply not the case. It usually just comes down to what's important to you. So if a life of freedom for me is important to me, which it is, then I'm going to do whatever in my power that I can do to ensure that I'm successful in creating a life of utter freedom for myself. Um, and a lot of those years um, where some people will be stuck in those 9 to 5 jobs are coming. Whether they're ready or not, they are coming. So if you are someone who wants to get out of that 9 to 5 trap, I would suggest that you find ways to get out. Find ways to get out quick. Because cost of living, things like that, it's not going to get any easier. Our world is growing at a very fast rate, and people who are still working 9 to 5 jobs now, it's not getting any easier either. And making money in our world today has never been easier, which is a big plus for anyone else who's trying to get out of that 9 to 5 trap. But it's very important to understand that what you do in these first few years now are going to affect your years later on. You know, the time that I spend in my young years now are the foundation for my later years later on in life. So, for example, whatever you do at the age of 21 is going to affect 22. 22 is going to affect 23. 23 is going to affect 24. 24 is going to affect 25, so on and so forth. Um, so when you are taking that first, that leap into maybe it is, for example, starting your own business or, starting a side hustle or finding something, for example, to make you more money, understand that it's going to take sacrifice now, but that sacrifice will ensure you to be successful in your later years. Be honest, be honest with yourself. What does your world look like right now? Whether that be personally, financially, spiritually, um, whatever it may be for you, whatever resonates with you, be honest with yourself. Are you happy with your current situation? Are you happy financially? Are you happy personally? Do you feel like your personal growth has been hindered due to maybe the people you hang around? What's your circle look like? All these things, they come into play with trying to be the most successful person that you can be, or trying to be the best version of yourself possible. So it's very important and it's very key to always be real with your current situation. For example, if certain people aren't servicing you or they're not helping you, um, be that best version of yourself possible, then maybe it's not such a good idea to hang around those people. I know for a fact that if I were to hang out with certain people that I didn't believe that they were gonna, that I didn't believe would help me personally, it would definitely hinder my progress in being that best version of myself. Um, and with doing so, what are you doing differently? If you are, not hanging around a bad circle or a bad influence, then congratulations, you're taking the first step to being the best version of yourself. Um, it's very important to know that every step that you take now is definitely going to influence the next step that you take later on in life. So if I decide to take the first step to trying to be more financially independent, I have a variety of different options. It could be investments. Maybe I decide to invest my money somehow. Maybe I decide to start a side hustle. Maybe for the average Joe that works 9 to 5, maybe it's picking up more hours. It definitely varies with different people. But if you are making that first step um, to being, let's say, for example, financially independent, and you're making steps towards that, then good job. You're doing definitely more than the average person. Ask yourself why. Why are you doing it though? What's your why? You need to have a why for what you excuse me. You need to have a why for why you do things. Otherwise, me personally, I have a lot more goals that are tied into being financially independent or being free. Personally, for me, it's not all about just trying to accumulate as much money as I possibly can. I, for one, one day I want to take care of the people around me. I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my friends. I want to take care of the people I love. And in doing so, being financially free is definitely going to help me. So always have a why in mind. Always understand why you're doing what you're doing, because, the end goal is never going to be enough for certain people. Um, are you going to do something about it now, or are you going to do something about it later on in life? I know, for example, I know a lot of people who say they want to do great things, but they keep putting them off. They keep finding, exterior reasons as to why they can't do it now, or maybe they're scared of doing it now, or doubt and fear creeps into people. A very smart man once told me that fear kills more goals than any other sort of thing that can get in the way of your personal life. Fear has killed some of my goals. It's definitely got in the way of some things I've wanted to do, and it's not a good feeling to know that fear is the only thing that's holding you back. Once you get past that fear factor, once you get past that wall that you've built up in front of you, I truly believe that the sky's the limit for anybody. You just got to know why, and you just got to know what you got to do now to kind of break that barrier down, for sure. Understand that the foundation that you lie now in your early years, like I said earlier, I'll touch upon it now, is definitely going to affect you in your later on in life. So if you do have a why and you are doing something now to help you pursue your goals, then you're definitely, once again, doing more than the average person. So a pat on the back for you for that. Um, Understand that with every step, there's always going to be something pulling you back. So, every accomplishment or any big sort of, a goal that you achieve is going to come with a drudgery and triumph. Um, know that every time that you take a step forward, there may be something trying to pull you back. So always be wary of, the environment you're in, and what you're trying to achieve. Um, and always have winners around you. Always have people in your circle that are trying to push you to do better. I know for a fact that if I was around people who were just trying to bring me down or pull away, pull me away from what I'm trying to do, it definitely wouldn't help me in the long run, and it definitely wouldn't help me now. And having people that are going 100%, having people that are there coaching you, or just pushing you every day. I'm sure that you and those people can definitely change the world one day. It's all up to you though. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.